left off, but we were planning on going to ask Lionel for some milk for the first baby I've seen in We Happy Few. We're under a new set of rules playing as Sally instead of Arthur now.
Where are you going in such a hurry?
So we no longer have the perks that we had when we were playing as Arthur. I think we do have some perks, but I haven't actually looked at them yet, so now might be a good time to take a look. Charmer. Greetings make people less suspicious. Slower carrying around corpses. Cannot wield heavy weapons at all. Rubbish. Anything mechanical never learn to sew. Rubbish that anything mechanical never learn to sew. Must buy crafted gadgets from shopkeepers. Must buy advanced outfits from Miss Frankhurst. Chemically brilliant. Can craft drugs no one else can. That's kind of interesting. So I don't know exactly how...
Is this the postbox I dared Arthur to blow up? I really should never have posted that letter.
I'm not sure exactly how this is gonna go, but I know we need to quickly head to the place where we're getting the milk, because the longer we're away from our baby, we feel negative effects. I know that we can't run because of the fact
Please
that...
have tin milk, Lionel. Please.
It'll have negative effects.
Sally Boyle! I'm afraid I haven't got anything new or fashionable for a monk girl like yourself. Everything I've got's as old as me.
Oh, Lionel. You've never felt old to me. I need some tin milk for something I'm brewing.
Oh, well, the trade from over the bridge, well, all we seem to have at the moment is a few tins of leftovers from the war, and they're practically collector's items. Pricey.
Oh, I'm a bit short on funds at the moment. Is there anything we could trade?
Not unless you're willing to go over to the garden district.
Why not?
A girl like you? Some of the wastrels out there, there's rumours of cannibals, devil worshippers, queue jumpers.
It's sweet that you're looking out for me.
Well, some time ago, Uncle Jack made a record album, Uncle Jack Sings. And I got a collector who's dying to have it. Now, I know there's a bunch of Uncle Jack fans who have a sort of compound on Eel Pie. If anyone's got the album, it's them. Bring me that, and I'll give you all the tin milk I have.
Alright. I'll see what I can find.
So actually, we know a little bit about that. From... You're petite. You are not terrific at fighting or surviving fights. But you don't have to avoid confrontations because you're a chemical genius. Your powerful experimental drugs can match your opponents. You already know some recipes, but you must find the most advanced ones in encounters or via skills. Unfortunately, you are rubbish at anything mechanical, including sewing. You need to buy weapons from shopkeepers and outfits from Miss Frankhurst, which we already read about. Fortunately, your old boss Stuart, the chemist, will pay you a lot of money for your concoctions, so brew enough for everybody.
Uncle Jack records? Jesus Christ. Gwen's life is hanging on Uncle Jack records. Not that Lionel knows that, thank God. Damn it. I better go home and get my garden district dry. Can't walk around there in the latest Davy Hackney. They get so resentful.
So, I was planning on going back anyway. We already know a little bit about the place where we're going to be heading because of Arthur's storyline. There are a group of cultists that worship Uncle Jack, like really worship him severely.
What smart hats.
Do you remember when we used to swim in the river?
Sorry, mustache.
Lovely day for it.
I want to find shortcuts to take, but I also don't want to look suspicious, so I think I'm just gonna walk. I'm close to home anyway. Oh, we have our own fancy sign. Something about travel agency. Sally's interplanetary travel agency. I think some of the letters are either missing or too blurry to read. When the complimenter thing is set to auto, it never compliments me. If I die mysteriously... So, we should probably check up on Rose. I think her name was Rose. Gwen. I don't want to feed. Oh, I took a record. It wasn't the one I needed, but I took one. So the outfit is down on the previous floor. Here? Yeah. So I got the Garden District kit, so I need to wait to switch into the Garden District kit until after I'm already in the Garden District, because people will get mad at me if they see me in rubbish clothing in town. Which is fine, I guess.
You can take your joy immediately.
No, it's fine. Leave me alone.
What's going on?
Nothing. It's fine.
Thank goodness. You gave me quite...
Should clear up soon, I imagine.
Righto.
So I don't want them to chase me, but I do want to move along, because I need to get that record and get back to Gwen. I need to try to remember that it's Gwen. Rose is the baby from Resident Evil Village.
Is something happening?
No, it's fine.
Something happening?
No, ma'am. Nothing's happening. Oh, that's a joy detector. So I think sunshine makes it look like I have joy in my system, but I don't. So the joy detectors would likely still detect that. Do I have anything to... No. Can I bribe you? You're gonna be mad at me in a second.
I don't see what all the fuss is about.
It's fine. I'm going to the Garden District anyway. So let's just make our way there. I'm rubbish at fighting, but my stamina goes up really fast.
Stop!
This is a little scary, but we're gonna make it through anyway.
In the name of the Lord!
It's fine. We're just gonna run forward. I can leave, right? Do I need to take this door? No. Here? No. How do I get out of here? Well, this is probably a bad thing. It's okay. I figured it out.
One of these days, Gwen, I'm going to teach you all about chemical interactions. They're so much more reliable than boys.
Sally uses an atomizer to spray chemicals at her enemies. You can craft hallucinogenics in the chemicals section of the crafting menu. Then you can craft the hallucinogenic atomizer in the weapons section of the crafting menu. Equip the hallucinogenic atomizer as a weapon, press R2 to create clouds of drugs that will make other people obsessively think about dogs, with hilarious and violent results. You will be able to unlock other atomizer recipes throughout the game. Oh, so this is the beginning of a different story in the game. Shit, I didn't mean to do that.
Help! Please! Somebody help!
Oh, I need to switch clothes. Okay, I do have some upgrades. What do the Super Troopers do? Hide in plain sight. Sleep in owned beds without upsetting anyone. Greater chance of breaking line of sight when escaping enemies. 100% damage when less than 50% held. Unlocks recipes for stoic blood toxin, chronobolism, and epilepsy. Unlock advanced drug recipes all at once. And double. Yield some doubled crafted drugs. Those sound great, but I think I want some of this. Talking to NPCs for twice as long. Quietly smothers people unconscious when in beds. Yields more resources. Get more benefits from being well fed and hydrated. Track star. Sprint faster and longer. I want the longer sprinting.
Me! Bloody.
Shit. I need to be in rags. The torn suit instead of whatever I'm currently wearing.
Thieving bastard!
There's the one who done it!
I'm not, I promise. I guess it doesn't help for now. I need some of these to craft the healing bomb stuff, which I think I'll be able to craft, hopefully. She is quite fast, but her stamina goes down quite fast. So I want the red flowers for the healing bomb. I feel like I'm better equipped this time around to know what I'm doing, even if I'm playing as a different character.
Hello. Are you a friend of Uncle Jack?
Of course. Who isn't?
You'd be surprised. Some people seem to think that because we're out here in the Garden District, we have to abandon all pretense of civilization.
We can't take joy, but that doesn't mean we can't see the world the way Uncle Jack does, right? It's just a question of concentration.
Oh, yes. In fact, Uncle Jack has heard of you.
He's heard of us? You can't be serious.
Is he going to talk to us on the TV? Oh, but we never get the new programs out here.
What did he say? How do you know?
Why don't you ask him? He's coming to visit. He wants to do a live broadcast from here.
He's coming here? But the place is a mess.
We have to clean up. Uncle Jack's coming.
That's the spirit. Let's show Uncle Jack just how much we love him.
Okay. So that's one record down.
I don't recall inviting you. You're not from around here.
I am.
She's the murderer. You want to play hide and seek? I love it.
Ow.
Kill all of us!
Ow.
You know you're here.
You're the one who
Leave
did
my
it.
friend alone!
You want to play hide and seek? She's the murderer.
Playing hard to get, are we?
Bombs away! Wolf! Wolf!
Tourist.
You're here. You know you're here.
Rotten apple.
Don't think I won't sniff you out.
Where is the other record?
Am I my brother's keeper? Am I? We're not a bloody bed and breakfast, are we? So get out!
Ain't hard to get, are we? Who will guard the Guardians?
Ow.
Who will guard them?
I'm gonna die now.
Who are you hiding from?
I didn't realize there was another house. I just want to find the other record.
We knew.
It's fine. I wanted to see what the death screen was for her anyway. What's the buzz? Sally Boyle did always have a penchant for conflict. Her spat with Dr. Verlick could shatter a chandelier, though of course she always took her side. Thanks to Coco, she taught him how to dress. However, Sally seems to have run into someone who gave her as good as they got. She's gone on holiday to lick her wounds, and doesn't a certain scientist wish she was there to help? Don't smirk, kittens. You were thinking the same thing. That was written really weird. Alright, let's try this again. This time I'll try not to make people angry, because that turned out bad for me.
If I did the synthesis right, I should look... Shit. Still only in Wellington, Wales.
So I'm still wearing the torn suit. Okay, so where am I? 74 meters. The pacifier is only at
So
half.
much for that sunshine pill. Now I'll look just like my regular grumpy old self.
I didn't ever find the other one, but it's great
Not
that...
my problem, I guess.
It's a good thing I found the materials for a lockpick. I need to be taking items as I go.
This isn't your house.
I'm not in the house. Go away.
Around here.
So that went swimmingly.
I wonder if Lionel can make some sort of automatic baby feeder for me. Then I wouldn't have to run back home as often to feed Gwen. Sounds a bit hard-hearted, doesn't it, Gwen? But Mummy's trying to save our lives.
Yeah, but then Lionel would have to know that the baby existed, which sounds bad.
And listening to him won't help anyone. Try this easy test. Are you having a conversation? Then once the people who's talking to you is it down.
We'll pop a sunshine and go through.
Hello. Let's have a look at you, shall we? You're in tip-top shape, aren't you? You were so pleased you survived the garden district.
Yeah, I don't feel like you are, but it's whatever.
Get yourself a needle and thread, for heaven's sake. You're a wreck.
Oh, I need to be wearing the other suit. F. Proper suit. Drink some scotch. Crafting. Can I? No? Okay.
Let's turn that frown upside down.
The elderly.
So I had a little misstep with the first mission, but otherwise it's going well so far. Taking care of her baby is a little weird, but I mean, what can you do? Hopefully I can go to Lionel and then go directly to Rose. Because I'm kind of running out of time. It's at the halfway point. Nobody can see me, so sprinting was fine.
Happening?
Lovely day for it.
What's going on?
Couldn't be better, thanks.
So I still believe this is probably going better than my playthrough with Arthur during the first part of We Happy Few. I'm not exactly pleased with the way that they wrapped up Arthur's story. I hope they go back at the end and wrap it up a little better, but playing as a new character is kind of exciting.
Slow down like a normal person.
Lovely weather.
Read anything worth talking about lately?
Not really. What a groovy day. Coming soon. Indoor shops. Everything you need without getting wet.
Look who's
There you are.
Authorized. Please clear the area immediately. Authorized. Please clear the area immediately.
We only want to help you feel better.
shaking an haircut.
You want to help me feel better by beating the unhappy out of me.
I've got better things to do. Hide your head in the sand. I don't care.
Be off with you then.
Well, look at you.
You are not authorized. Please clear the area immediately.
Thank goodness.
That lady just fell through the map. I am so glad that I'm not glitchy like that.
Your pleasure, then. Sally Boyle! I hope you found the Uncle Jack record. Me brother's been pestering me.
I have indeed.
I had two of
You're
them.
Brillo! Milk you shall have!
Lionel, you're sort of handy, aren't you?
Well, I do like to tinker. You'd be amazed at the state of some of these things when they come into the shop. Can't sell them if I can't fix them.
I have some designs for some apparatuses.
Some sort of water feeder for birds?
Oh, heavens no. I can't stand the crows. It's for my flowers. Mustn't overwater, but I keep forgetting to water it all.
Oh, of course. Well, let me see what I got in the back there. I bet I can find all the pieces sooner or later. They never show up right away, but they always show up Sooner or later. Check back in a bit.
Come back in a couple of days.
I don't have time for this nonsense.
Think you can defy authority?
Guess we're about to find out if I can.
I'll cheer you up, all right?
Their hands are all bloody.
That's the
You
last
won't
time
get
you
away
do
with
that
this.
around here. I love a game of hide and seek.
I'm good enough at hiding that you won't find me.
I don't have time for this nonsense.
Boy, catch you next time, I will. That's it. You run. Be off with you then. What do
you
you
look
think
well.
you're up to?
Need to find home so that I can visit the baby. I can't go into any of these buildings. Why is there a wide open entrance right there?
Please step away immediately.
I must be right near the home because that's the Groovy Day
Oh,
sign.
it's been too long.
See you at the pub.
There it is. I knew he suffered negative side effects from not being able to find where the house was. I'm here. Is there anything that I can do besides feed milk? Or, like, does just being near you good enough for now? A couple of days. I can only sleep one day at a time, so... Gwen needs you more. The burden of motherhood weighs on you more heavily. Don't you think you should drop everything and go take care of her? I'm literally right next to her, and it told me to sleep for a couple of days. There is nothing I can do. Like, all it will allow me to do is feed her, so... Without having the food, there is nothing I can do about that. What does stomach fish do? Eat rotten food without getting sick. Okay. I mean... Craft baby milk, so do I have the materials? Baby milk, so here. No, because I need pure water. I didn't realize I could craft it, otherwise I would have been doing that a long time ago. So that's joy water, so I need to still use the thing downstairs to filter it before I can give it to her. What in the fuck are you doing in my house?
You have such a wonderful sense of humor.
Where was the purifier? Don't. Here's the purifier. Okay. Now I should... Happy Thanksgiving! Happy unplanned motherhood!
Gwen's got something to eat at least.
So, fill container. I need to make some of the milk. Some more of the milk. I'm trying not to be a rubbish mom in this game, but it's not working so far. I didn't think it'd be difficult to. Okay. So I can make like 7 more. Shit, I drank joy water.
That feels odd.
It wants me to change the filter. F. I don't have a changed filter, but I can feed the baby now, at least.
Here we go, darling. Baby milk. You won't believe what Mummy had to do to get this for you. Well, I'll never tell you, frankly.
So, if you didn't see the last...
Who's at the bloody door now?
If you didn't see the last episode that I was making of this, we started on Sally's adventure and finished Arthur's. So, we are in a different chapter of the game playing as Sally as opposed to Arthur now. There wasn't a clean wrap-up for Arthur's story,
oh dear.
and I was kind of...
You look a bit down.
What are you doing in my house? You know what? I'm gonna beat you with a cricket bat. Why are you in my house?
He that believeth not shall be damned!
Why are you in my house?
I'll fix you!
No, get out. You're not welcome in my house. That poor old lady is about to get me killed because
Vengeance
You won't get away with it.
That's the one what done it!
fuck it. I'm not exactly trying to hide, I'm just trying to go to bed. Can I sit to hide? No. Probably not. I hate the repetitiveness at the door. Oh, I did never notice the design. The design thing is cool. Are they gonna stop being angry at me anytime soon? So, I got a perk that allows me to eat rotten food without being sick, so now rotten food is good for me. I wish strangers didn't waltz into my home and be unhappy at the fact that I wasn't taking joy, but, I mean... The door is literally open.
Sorry to bother you, ma'am. The lads is, wondering if you've got any blackberry ready for him.
Oh, I'm working on it. In a day or two, I hope.
The lads is getting a mite twitchy, to tell you the truth. I must ask you to accompany me to the station so you can explain yourself to them precisely.
Great. I'm glad I fed the baby before answering the door. Being a mom is stressful. This is the only baby in the entire world, though, seemingly, so I mean...
I don't understand the worry. Haven't I always provided you with blackberry? I just had a little hiccup in the lab. I'd be working on it right now, but apparently you lads are lonely.
That ain't quite true though, Mum, is it? You've been seen all over town doing all sorts of things.
We don't imagine that Lionel Cashier is much of a source of pharmaceutical ingredients.
Oh, but there, you'd be wrong, Constable. See, I had to replace some bits of lab equipment.
And you've been roaming around the Golden District doing Lord knows what.
Yes, well, blackberry's made with herbal extracts. Why do you think it's called blackberry?
And the Victorial Memorial Camp? 2 visits in the last week? I suppose them visits was for our benefit as well.
Not at all. I was visiting the General. He also gets quite cross when I haven't seen him in a while.
So well, yes, of course you would. Right. Well, we can hardly expect Miss Boyle to ignore the General now, can we, lads? Of course you would.
Nonetheless, Miss Boyle, the lads have developed an appetite for your fine cooking, as it were. If they go hungry, chaos will ensue. We must insist that you devote your full and urgent attention to feeding them.
Or what?
Or we shall be compelled, willing or no, to provide your assistance, willing or no, to Dr. Verloc. And that won't be cheery for either of us.
I guess I can't blame them for being antsy. It's not fun going off blackberry. And if they go back on regular joy, they'll get the cramps and they won't even remember why. Thank God I'm almost done with this new batch.
So, it seems like, each of the characters in the main storyline will say things to people who are...
You're looking fine today.
Did you hear about...
Sorry. Each of the characters will say stuff while not on joy as downers, as the game will put it, versus wastrels, that will upset the people who are on joy, but they don't count them as downers when they're saying upsetting things. Arthur constantly did it throughout the main story and should have been called a downer, but it didn't happen, for whatever reason. What I'm trying to say is the main characters are upsetting to the people who should be happy, and there aren't consequences for being upsetting, for whatever reason. I haven't had any problems, for the most part, since I started over the game the second time after not being able to interact with anything, replaying the game 8 to 10 hours of what I'd already done. I hope that I don't, but if I do, at least I could start from the beginning of Sally's story, as opposed to starting from the point where Arthur began. But it should be noted that I paid more than $90 for this game, and I don't think that if you're paying that absurd amount that there should be glitches and bugs still happening, and there most certainly is.
Jesus, it smells like burning chemicals. Oh shit.
Oh.
Where's the fire extinguisher? Christ almighty.
I don't actually know. Oh, there's a fire extinguisher over there. This is fun. I don't think you can use a regular fire extinguisher on chemical fires, but we're doing it. Examine the lab. Well, I mean, I think it's pretty clear that...
Okay. First things first. How bad is the damage to the lab? The triode on the crystallizer's broken. Ugh. Where do I get an N7 vacuum tube? Oh, God. My old chemistry box. It must be still in my old house. I was really hoping I'd never have to go back there.
I should probably visit Glenn in the meantime. I don't have a meter for her right now, which is weird, but it's most certainly a thing. Yeah, I want to make sure that the meter says love, because I want to not feel like a rubbish mother, or whatever. Well, I mean, it's the only baby in this universe, so ugly or not, I'm going to take care of it so that there'll be at least one person for the future generation.
You can take your joy immediately.
You fuck off immediately.
How have you been?
We must catch up sometime.
I'd really rather not, but I'll be polite for the most part. So running in town is a bad thing to do, but I should maintain at least some speed to try and get back to the baby and make it happy. Oh, it's quite a ways away. I don't have any sunshine right now, so I'm not going to be able to... I can drink joy water, because they don't have a filter. This is going to be bad for me eventually, too, but for now, we'll take some joy and be on my way.
A bit too bright and shiny, Sally.
Now
That's a dead end.
proper behaviour.
I shouldn't be running, but I really need to be somewhat speedy at the moment. The thing that I like about Sally, even though she can't use heavy weapons or knock people out without knockout syringes, is that her stamina is ridiculously fast at speeding. Going back up to a full bar is what I'm trying to say. No, it's fine.
Got my eye on you.
I'm gonna take banzai lessons. You should come too.
My joy is running out. I need to get to this detector before my joy runs out. Okay, good. I really need to get to my old house quickly.
How have you been?
What?
Thank goodness.
So for a few seconds I'll look really awful, and if people see me it'll upset them. Also, that's a joy detector, which means I'm gonna sound off an alarm. This alarm's gonna sound and it's gonna make people angry.
What's going on?
Okay, so I disappeared from sight quick enough that people didn't turn red. Ooh, I'm going outside of town? That means I have to change my outfit. I should probably get the thing where I can eat rotten food back. People like you, when you're high off joy. I should probably get more benefits from being well fed. I can carry more. Carrying more will be beneficial later down the line, but I also need to change into a suit that's a torn suit as opposed to my normal suit so that the wastrels don't tear me apart and be angry at the fact that I look proper. Oh, God. After going through the storyline once, I really learned a lot.
Watch out! Somebody help me! Please! Help! Please! Arm yourselves!
I mean...
There's a murderer loose! Help!
Kinda.
Come quickly! Help!
I have no idea what they're talking about. I'm gonna ignore it altogether and keep moving. I feel like that's probably what I should be doing anyway. Ooh, I can take whatever this is this time. Foxglove. So, Arthur couldn't loot some of the flowers. It seems that Sally can take a bit more than Arthur could. Which is good, I suppose. How do I know where I'm going without a map? The giant triangle icon at the top of the screen shows me the direction I go towards. There's a symbol over here that shows me how far away I am. East is located by the E on the map, and as I switch directions, north, west, south, like a compass rose. It has the same kind of navigation system as Subnautica and Subnautica Below Zero. I'm heading towards a giant icon. Huh, so I lived in the Garden District then. That's interesting. Jammed. How am I supposed to get in if it's jammed? Oh, I see. Oop, memories.
Well,
just like Arthur.
Young Miss Boyle. You know there's a curfew. You don't want some Fritz to shoot you dead, do you?
Sorry, sir.
Let's get you home. You had another fight with your mum, didn't you? Why don't I put in a good word? Mrs. Boyle, I've got a young lady out here who, I'm sorry. They don't seem to be at home.
What? Let me go in.
They're not at home. Let me take you to the station. For a cup of tea.
What happened? Let me in.
Best you don't go in, miss. Cup of tea's best.
What did she do? What did she do? What did she do?
Oil.
So, I was just about to say this, actually.
I've got a young lady out here who,
So when we played through Arthur's storyline with Percival and Arthur Hastings, we figured out that this cop that we're currently seeing is also off his joy. He can remember what happens, and he was a crucial part of Arthur's story relating to Percival being sent to Germany, including knowing that Arthur wasn't Percival and that he was young enough to go to Germany and sending Percival off instead. We also learned that this cop knew that Percy was special needs and sent him to Germany anyway, alone by himself. And at the end, the cop seemed to have some regrets for that, but Arthur wasn't quite sure if he was going to continue searching for his brother, or if his brother would even forgive him. So, we now know that this cop specifically is a part of Sally's story too, which Sally is off her joy. Which also means that the third character that I suspect that we will also play as will also likely be a part of the story with this specific police officer. I also suspected that the parents were dead, and it looks like that is the case. They likely overdosed on joy.
And Mum said, you don't have to worry about the train. No one's going on the train.
Because she planned to kill them all.
You're a big girl. Stop crying.
Yeah, I think the mother probably intentionally overdosed them so that they wouldn't have to deal with getting on the train. That's a guy who's infected. I don't want to deal with infected. This is bad. Ow, what the fuck? This is bad. Dealing with the infected is very, very bad because I could get whatever virus they're carrying. Because there's an infection meter thing that I have to go through to get into town. I did go through the infection meter once with Arthur. I never ended up actually infected. I don't know how the infection thing works.
She is
now I should heal.
And stubborn, her feet abide, and not in her house.
Okay, I'm fine. Locked, requires lockpick. Shit. I can hide under the desk, but can I search it? No. So I'll need to search for materials for a lockpick. It's very, very dark. Hide. I don't want to hide. I want to find items. Open the window. Jammed. I could really barely see anything. Use TV? No. Hide in potted plant? No. I need the materials for a lockpick. Stop telling me to hide. Oh, that's another guy. Can I use a knockout syringe? No. Shower curtain. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you, but now you're gonna have to die. Person. I can't even really see you.
And that's for telling lies about me after school.
Put away the weapon. Search. Search. I think I have enough to make a lockpick now, maybe. Okay. I should probably search the rest of the house just to get items, since I'm playing as somebody else now. That's nothing. Okay, let's go upstairs and pick the lock. Okay. Enter. Sleep, hide, search the vanity. Anything else to search? Can I open the window? No, of course it's jammed. It always is.
A beaker. A thermostat.
It's time to feed
N7
Glenn.
triode. I think I can fix my lab.
So, histoplasmia is a mushroom. Much like the hallucinogenic drug mushrooms, it does do about the same thing. It's time to feed Gwen. I'm hopefully gonna get there pretty quickly. I'm trying to run through things. So, I'm trying to get an auto feeder for Gwen from one of the merchants in town. I lied to him and said it was for flowers that I had. That way it can be kind of a scheduled thing that I set the time for. But I'm not sure that that's going real well. So, the telephone rang when Arthur's main storyline was around, and there was a mysterious voice with hints on the other side of the phone, so I'm gonna answer it and listen to what it says.
For the benefit of Mr. Kite, the rabbit got into the garden. The rabbit got into the garden.
Sounds like some sort of secret message.
So, Arthur, I said, had phone calls that were like that, and the message was the exact same. And he said pretty much the same thing as well, that it sounded like a secret message, but I didn't ever actually learn about what the message meant. And there are weird toys hidden about. I can't pick them up. Toys for children that are just slightly older than Sally, probably 9 and older, I'd say. Teddy bears and toy cars and things like that, but I think Sally is the only one who's had a child, and the first time that somebody actually saw that Sally had a child, she was forced to kill them, and they made remarks that it must have been a rat, or that there weren't any other children in the world. I had to change back into my proper clothes before going into town. I should also probably take Joy, because the machine's not going to like that I'm not on Joy in any way. Which I really don't want to take Joy, because I know it's going to have negative effects eventually if I keep taking Joy. But I don't have an option. I think it's going to shoot me if I don't. So let's stroll on in.
Hello. Let's have a look at you, shall we? You're in tip-top shape, aren't you? You were so pleased you survived the Garden District.
I'm sure. I don't think you're ever pleased with anything, but it's fine. So we're not a rubbish mom yet, so I mean, we're doing okay. Dear Miss Brown was added to inventory. More notes. I was reading all the notes to begin with, but now I don't really feel the need to read notes 24/7. Shit. I ran, so now they're mad at me. I just need to get home. So when you're on Joy and you get attacked, instead of spewing blood, you spew flowers. Maybe that's interesting. I never noticed that they constantly laugh when they're chasing you. It is kind of silly. How much further? A little ways. I'm sure that there's probably a smarter way to play this game and that people have done it better than what I'm doing, but I'm having a good time playing this game. It's very unique. There's nothing that's quite like the experience of playing this specific game. Even its art style is unique to specifically it itself. There's nothing that looks like this game. The number one thing is, sometimes I reach a point where it glitches like this, and I'm not sure that it will unglitch. And so, at this point, I can't pause, I can't take any items, I can't do anything. And I hope it's not one of those glitches where I load back into the game and things are going to be awful. Because I literally, just during this live stream, saw a person fall through the map into who knows where. If I close the game, it'll end the live stream, so I can't continue the live stream right now. I'm not sure what'll put me back when I continue the live stream the next time. So I guess this is going to be my stopping point for now. But it's been fun. I'm going to continue taking care of Gwen and trying to move on past things. I think it'll load me at my autosave wherever the last one was, but that might be at a negative point too. So anyway, I'll catch you all in the next live stream. Later!